Okay, so this is part 2 of To the Bidder Goes the Moon, part 6, Detour into the Avoided. And runs off down the nearest corridor. Meanwhile, in the room that used to be called a cockpit, Trell and Irv both begin to stir. Irv, you okay? Not really. You? No, not really. It could have been worse though. If I had been shot in the head, I would be dead right now. I was shot in the head. Oh yeah. How are you still speaking and moving? I don't keep either my speaker or my battery in my head. Yeeples keep everything in their heads. That's why I'm still talking and moving, by the way. Thanks for asking. Won't you still bleed to death? Not if I bandage it up pretty soon. Odds are I'll live through this. See, we were lucky after all. Funny, I don't feel very lucky. No, you don't look it either. Once Trennell's wound is bound, the battered pair stumble out of the purple debris and begin to slowly follow the escapee prisoner down the innocent-looking halls. Are you sure he ran off in this direction? Have you ever needed to question me before? No, but then you've always had a head before. Trust me, he went this way. Are you sure that was the one and only booby trap this place has to offer, though? No, but what the hell? I have plenty of body shots still left in me. Well, I don't. Everywhere on me is a weak spot. Trennell, kzzzt. Irv, can either of you hear me? Kzzzt. I don't believe it. The radio still works. I wish I had been built by a Yeeple now. No, you don't. We would have probably put all your most important pieces in your head. Irv blindly rummages through the charred remains and communicates with the active paw ship with a radio running out of power at an alarming rate. Shelley, this is Irv. As you might have guessed by now, do not enter this hangar, as it's a fully loaded trap. Both me and Trennell have been hit, but we're both still alive. We're now braving the inside of the lab, as our prisoner has made a run for it, probably guilty for not telling us about that hangar. Or he soon will be when we catch up to him. Alright, I'm just glad you're both okay. That's stretching it a bit, but I think I know what you mean. Be careful then, there might be more traps, or even station guards in there waiting for you. We'll try to find an alternative way in and meet you on the inside somewhere. Over. So while Irv and Trennell limp through the corridors on the trail of the able-bodied Danat, Shelley and Pell carefully hover over the lab, looking for a less trickier entrance. Having found no discernible way in, Shelley and Pell decide to make their own doorway, and so the experienced yet serviceable paw ship clamps down on a roof of the high-altitude disguised death trap. By cutting our way in through the roof, we'll avoid any other traps set up in the entrances. Either that, or you'll cut through a cable, setting off all other traps, probably killing Irv and Trennell and us too. That's how I would have built this place. Thankfully, there are no other species in the universe as devious as Welus. Not even p.a.w, I hope. Once a sufficient hole has been cut by the cadet paw agent, they both climb down into a dark ceiling compartment and begin an uncomfortable crawl around the interior of the lab, looking to catch up with their friends. At this time, Channel and Earth continue with their hunt for the Danat runner and find tracking Sutton oil footprints on the waxed lab floor makes the task a lot easier. The pair eventually trace the footprints to a door and cautiously enter. Once in, they spot their quarry at a wall console, viciously tearing live cables from the terminal. Stop doing that, you'll kill yourself. That's the plan. What's he doing? Meddling around with bare cables. Don't do that, He knows, Irv. Why are you trying to kill yourself? Because that's what I'm programmed to do. If Danats are ever caught alive, we're ordered to lead our captors to this fake lab where the hangar lasers will deal with them. And if we survive the attack, then we have to extinguish ourselves, as there are no further uses we can perform for our master. Now excuse me, I'm having trouble finding the live wire. But we survived the hangar trap too. What does your programming say when that happens? Nothing. You're not supposed to have survived that, which makes me really confused and even more eager to die. Here it is, for you, glorious master. The Danat wraps the strongest live current around him as though it were an item of clothing, and allows the incredible voltage to surge into his body, causing instant death. Why's everything gone quiet? Did he do it? Yeah, and with him, he's taken the only chance we had of finding K.O.'s whereabouts. I seriously doubt he left that information lying about in one of these computers. Wouldn't hurt to try. It's not like we've got a whole lot of other options open to us. Trenel limps to the nearest deck and wearily taps on the keyboard. Hey, this one's a scanner, and it's picking up 4 other sets of life forms in the building. 2 of them will be Shelley and Pell, but the other 2 are worth checking out. Maybe there'll be more forthcoming with what we want. I doubt it, but we might be able to get something out of them before they get to an electrical outlet. Let's go. So this injured pair begin another awkward trek through the gleaming corridors. While the clambering duo of Shelley and Pell have discovered another problem. A dead end. We've no choice now but to go down into the rooms proper and take our chances with any possible further booby traps. Luckily you brought the cutting device with you. It's a gun, Pell. Its real function is a gun. I never get to use it. That way because it's always being taken off me. Once again, another hole is cut into the structure. I say we jump down into those barrels. The floor could be sensitized to any pressure placed on it and trigger another wall-to-wall display of fireworks. I think you're being a little paranoid, but I agree. And so the creeping pair silently leap from their position onto what hoped to be a solid top to the barrels. Unfortunately, the objects have no lids to them, as it was a trick of the light in the dimly lit room which made them think they were sturdy, and the pair fall straight into the barrel's body, the force of which wedges both of them in tightly. Shelley? I know, I can't move either. I thought these things were solid. They look solid to me. Didn't they look solid to you? Yeah, the poor agents often get caught by inanimate objects. They get caught by everything else, so why not? Come on, you're almost made entirely out of malleable matter. Mally your way out of it. You're not going to believe this, but I can't. Every time I try, the barrel squeezes in on me. It's a very cunning trap. Yeah, that's what we'll call this when somebody finds us. Okay, leave it there. Carry this on part 3. So see you all in that one.